Hello, hello. How are you all doing today? Happy Wednesday. It's fun day today. An Uncle Scientist, hello. It has been a while since you been at the beginning of the stream. And have you been at the beginning of one of these the New Year streams where they're really long? Hello, Albert, and 30 stream streak. How are you doing today? Let me see. Also, I try to put on cat cam, but I need to put it on this way. And the cat cam keeps on having to change because I have to change it around in this game to be in different locations. So let me reopen you all. We have, from what I understand, we either have 2 or 3 more of these challenges to go through. I can't tell with this one because all of these are sandboxes. This one doesn't say sandbox, so it might actually be the last puzzle. You can't watch too long during the day, alas, meetings and whatnot. Yeah, I understand. I was right there in that same position too, but now all my meetings and everything else have been switched to Fridays. So now it's this. The last one is a Zilby Butt. Yeah, well, Zilby Butt is always the biggest challenge. Just to try to do any work with a Zilby Butt there, and you can't do it. I challenge anybody to try that. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, also the other thing is I turned off the music. I've been trying to use Pretzel Rocks with YouTube safe mode. And I even I set up the mapping between Pretzel and my YouTube channel. I did all of that, and I'm still getting like every stream is being hit by a claim. Sometimes by Pretzel Rocks' parent company, which then gets unclaimed, but then just sometimes by just random other people, and it's just too much of a hassle to go through. And so I'm just. No more of that music. It's just it's just not worth it. And it just they claim they're not going to be it's safe, but it doesn't seem to be. Yeah, I'm getting the same thing. I'm still getting claimed by a bunch of things. They're claiming that they're safe, but there's clearly a problem. I don't know if it's the problem with Pretzel itself or just YouTube. There's this huge problem with YouTube. So we're going to have to stay with yeah, I did figure out how to do that, but it's the other thing that I'm worried about is getting strikes, which could of course affect the channels and everything else. So I don't want to risk it too much. So I think it's going to be a little bit easier if I'm gonna look into finding maybe sourcing some music from maybe a single source. And then figuring out if I can get a license for all their music for at least a stream for the song, something like that. And then we can do something with that. It'll be interesting to look into, but it's on my backlog. I don't know how long it's going to take for me to get there. So until then, we'll probably just have some silence. And also with this specific game, there is a little bit of sound, and I want that in the VOD, and so therefore I can't have multiple tracks because I want it's the desktop that I'm listening to anyways. So anyways, that's all fun stuff. So and then there's YouTube's own in-house music, but then the license doesn't last for the life of the video. Yeah, so that's it's a huge problem. It makes no sense to you, but you're not a music exec. It's the problem with licensing anything, right? If you're licensing through a middle agent, then they don't own it themselves. YouTube Music doesn't own the perennial lifetime access to the music. They own for 10 years or whatever it is, and then they have to renegotiate. And then if that renegotiation doesn't work, well, we've actually seen that with quite a few games, right? There was the big problem with what was it called? The Grand Theft Auto 5, Grand Theft Auto 5 had the problem where they did license all the music for like 5 years, 10 years, something like that. But then as soon as that expired, everybody's videos on that just got flagged immediately. And it really sucks, and it makes it so who let's play games turn on streamer mode, or just like silent the songs if they can, simply because unless the game made the music themselves or bought perennial licenses, there's no reason to risk it. So I'm gonna have to go that direction too, unfortunately. Anyways, let's talk about TIS 100. So this is a Zachtronics game. If you're unfamiliar with them, they're all of the Zachtronics games are, well, as far as I can tell, they're all puzzle-based games. A lot of them have sort of like an engineering mindset to them. This one is probably the most engineering mindset of them. However, there's some other ones like Shenzhen IO. They're coding games. Like, you actually write code to play the game. However, there's other ones like Pharma Factory and Infinifactory and some other ones that are programming adjacent, where you don't program yourself, but you're sort of like making conveyor belts of other things. And you know, if you've looked at them, you've seen them, you know what I'm talking about. So anyways, this game we've been going through, this is, I think, our third stream, maybe fourth. And this is, these are all we program in assembly to run. And there's a little bit of a storyline. Every single one of these boxes has our uncle recently passed away. And he had a whole bunch of just sort of computer junk in his garage. And we're not aware of anything weird happening for his passing away, but we're kind of now starting to suspect that something odd is going. Our aunt found this computer on his desk, on his workbench in the garage, and asked us to finish whatever he was working on. And this actually has a manual, so I can pull that up. Yeah, so we actually have a full manual for this. Nope, that switched over to Pretzel. Every time I need to like reset what you are, I want you to be that. There we go. Yeah, so anyways, this is our aunt. This is a story. Our aunt is asking us to finish his work. The actual game itself, the computer that we're working on, seems to be a device that our uncle has sort of kind of gone a little bit insane looking through. It's weird. It's interesting. Mohan, hello. How are you doing today? So anyways, that's the point. That's what's going on with this. All right, so we're in this puzzle here. And so our story for this is, first of all, our uncle has been basically taking random nodes throughout the entire device and breaking them to store his journal entries. So he makes things harder for us. That's great. Okay, so structures of the past persist and become memory. That memory, something, the present again. Something is covering something new. Something covering was lost soon now. Okay, so we believe that this device is either driving him insane or maybe like actually some kind of entity that was affecting him. Can I help you? Let's see. Can you help me the way where I can get a free Linux VM instance? You mean like a free Linux VM instance? Oh, so the problem is that I don't know any that won't work without. They all need credit cards of some kind. That's the problem. Is like every single cloud one, they want you to convert to a paying customer, so they need something like that. It's like DigitalOcean will, like, I can get you a code that would get you like 2 months of free, but that's it. And also, it wouldn't be 4 core and 8 gigs. So I don't think I can help you out with that. If you were willing to do a credit card, then probably the best deal is the Amazon AWS free tier. If you put in your credit card, you can get 1 year of free usage for their free tier via VPSs, which are really good. But yeah, unfortunately, everything else that I'm aware of requires a credit card. Okay, so stack memory nodes are basically, we put stuff into it and it's a stack, right? So then it's first in, last out. And so our puzzle here is sequences are 0 terminated. Read a sequence from in.v. Okay, so we get something in from here. We get like 860 comes in here. Read index values from in.x. So 0, 5, 0, okay. Look up index value in sequence, write index value to out. So, okay, so we have 860, 215, 230, 784, 900. Okay, so we have basically an array of values here. Oh yeah, if you need something like larger, I don't know anything that would allow you to do that for free. I mean, that's the problem, is like those cost those companies money, and so they're willing to give like smaller things for free, but I don't think that there's anything that's going to be larger that you can test on. Usually that's where you can get like a company to sponsor you or something like that, and get help that way. But besides that, I'm not aware of where to go to get like testing stuff for free. Besides your own system, like in your own computer. Okay, so our first one would be 0, right? So 0 is 860. 5 would be what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Okay, so that's pretty simple. So we have basically just a bunch of values in here, and then we have index. So how do we turn? We have 2 stacks. Vivax, hello. How are you doing today? This game is so fun. This game is fun. It is hard too, which is interesting. So we have 2 stacks. Stacks do allow us to turn into a queue. Now, if I were to just take what this is and throw it in here. So if I just say, we have to start with a label, and I want to move, I want to move up to right unless it's a 0, right? So we're going to move up to ACC. If we're equal to 0, we end. Otherwise, move ACC right, and then jump to start. So then we have end, and then an end. I kind of want to just do nothing, right? I don't think there's a literally do nothing, so I can just jump to end. That's an infinite loop. That's probably not a good idea, but this will work, right? So that moves us there, and now we have all of everything in here. Now, if I want index 0, that's that's the first of these. All right. Well, good luck. Hopefully, you're able to find something. Yeah, this one mainly stumbled on how to route the data. The actual algorithm was simple, though. GRO0. Wait, what's GRO? Oh, I forget. Let's see. Oh, JRO0. Oh, right. You can jump relative. Yeah, I can just jump offset by 1. Yeah, that's very true. We could just do that. So what we can do is remove you, and we can say, okay, if you're if you're 0, how does this work? I have to have the end there still though, right? Or maybe I can do not 0. If you're, all these are greater than 0, right? Yeah, I don't know of a way to get around this. Because, like, I need to check, okay, so if you're 0, I just want you to stop. Now, I could also just, if you're end, I just want, okay, how about this? We jump back to start. That won't take any, okay, if you're end, I jump to start, but I don't have to have a jump start because start is the next thing. I could just go like this and have an end label like that. There, the 0 doesn't make its way in. And now we're just waiting for something more to come up. But it's not going to anymore. So we're just idle now. So we're not gonna get dinged for having, like, taking a bunch of power, like, you know, using the CPU here a lot. Ooh, that's even a better one. Yes. Okay. There's 3 ways that these grade you. They can grade you, they'll grade you on how many cycles used, so how many instructions there are, and then how many boxes you used, and then also how idle things are, like, or how fast it is. Yeah, so now I don't even have I don't even need this jump anymore. Yeah, that's good. Super fast now. Groovy, hello. How are you doing today? Just one question. Okay, just one question for your weird quiz is missing. Okay, I mean, is that good, or are you actually trying to figure out a new question to use? You know, I cared about the metrics. So the first time we were playing through, we actually did on stream a long time ago. And the first time that we were playing through, I cared a lot about the metrics because it was one of our fellow, he hasn't been on the stream, he hasn't joined us here for a while, but he was here for a long time. And he was also playing, and he was better than me at everything. And so I finally figured out how to be better than everything. Then I like redid a lot of things to get better than him. That was the only one I cared about. Did I get this stick and tip? Hello. Did I get this game on Steam or App Store? Steam. I got it on Steam. Is it even on the App Store? I didn't even look. I got this on Steam years and years and years ago. At the time, I was doing teaching, and I had successfully convinced the company to refund me for this game. Because I argued that, like, hey, this teaches you assembly, it teaches you these logic type things, and you know, I want to improve my skills to, like, be better at teaching. And so they're like, okay, how much is it? I'm like, $15, and they're like, okay, whatever. It's like $7 now. So yeah, that every once in a while, like, you can find programming games that your company might be willing to buy you as part of the improvement and learning. There's so many cool programming games out there. I love programming with restrictions. Yeah, programming games, especially ones, because they always say, oh, this won't teach you programming. But I disagree. But there's always caveats, right? This really enforces and teaches transfer, which is the most important skill. All right, so here we have, okay, so we have everything inside of here. The problem, obviously, is that it's the wrong order, right? Now, if I take this and I just move them down to this stack, is it going to be in the reverse order so that 0 is the first one to come out? Because that would be pretty cool. Let's try it. So if I do move up and just straight to down. No. So the problem obviously being that it's still the same order that we have in. So what I need to do is I need to use 2 stacks to reverse it and become a queue. How do we do that? How do we turn? Because we've actually heard that we should be able to do this. Turn 2 stacks into a queue. And I'm not 100% sure how that's supposed to work. You don't even know what's going on with this game? Oh, it's so this is a puzzle game where you program in assembly to solve it, right? So here's the instructions. Basically, the general idea is that we're going to get these numbers here. It's 0 terminated sequence, so I'm storing them all into the stack. And then we're going to get a bunch of numbers over here, and these are the indexes, and it wants me to look them up. So I want to grab, like, index of 0 of this list is 860. And so that's what I'm supposed to put out here based upon what they hand in here. So that is the challenge. And then we're restricted to assembly instructions. And then all of these are individual, like, sort of CPUs, so like a multi CPU system, which is actually a really cool idea. One of your pastimes is doing programming and stuff you really shouldn't do programming in. Like, you made a half adder in a train sim once. Oh, and a train sim is also, like, I was going to think, like, there's all the people that are, like, creating computers in Minecraft with Redstone. There's people who have made computers in and like other logic sort of algorithms and Factorio and like any of those type of systems. Yeah, absolutely. I can see that. I don't have the patience for it. Exapunks, I've heard of it. I don't have it. I should add it to my list. Because I do like these a lot. So or at least I don't think I have it. I have a lot of games that I bought in various humble bundles, and I don't actually know which ones I own anymore. Okay, so now I could just like move if I move things around before putting them into the stack, the other stack. I don't think that really changes anything. There's these various sorting algorithms that we can do, but I don't want to sort these. I want to preserve the order. You have forgotten assembly, so you wouldn't do very well in this. It's pretty simple assembly. So the all the instructions, and by the way, we looked it up last time and I forgot what it was. Hold on, give me a second. We can that other computer will not work for this. Let me find. Zachtronics TIS 100 manual. This is one of the only games in which you have to have the manual to properly play it. So here's the actual manual for the computer system that is being simulated here. And these are all the instructions. This is the architecture. So like they have an ACC for a little bit of memory. They have a backup for a backup of that memory. So we use a lot of that. There's a nil value because we have null. And then we have the ability, we have these 4 ports that we can move back and forth between. And then the instruction sets that we have comments, which obviously I have rarely been using, labels, which I use all the time because they work with jumps. And then basically just these. And that's it. Here's an example program. The real puzzle. Oh, I was trying to show you this and I didn't actually click over to show it that it was live. But yeah, so these are all the instruction sets that we have. And then that link that I pushed out is to this manual, so you can go and take a look yourself. Okay, so and then puzzle games, it was like puzzle type stuff, like LeetCode, that kind of stuff. I enjoy doing, but I get really bored if there's no like story or something else going with it. So game type things for learning puzzles, and like, because this is a different type of skill set required for using our programming skills. Like usually it's like business problems and like web applications and CRUD and, you know, just like moving data from left to right, that kind of thing. That's easy. That's not that hard in a grand scheme of things. This I'm not very good at. So this is a great way for me to like improve this skill set. Okay, so and also why are you still showing that? I turned off the game. I did not turn off the game and not the manual. Let's move Zilby there. Yep, that's that happens to me a lot too. Okay, so just moving these down just preserves the same order, which is not really helpful. So this is not what we want to do. Now, okay, so we have index of 0, right? Now, if the 0 is the first one, then that means that we know we want to get out all of them but the first one, right? So if I count how many there are here, so let's say we want to get the length of this, because I can't like query the stack node for memory length. So let's have this node here track the length. And so that would be okay, so as I move you up into ACC, if it's equal to start, we move this to the right, and then I also want to move just 1 down, and then we can just add up. And then by the time that we're done here, this will have the length. So we can see there's 10 items total, which is perfect. I think I saw a bundle like that and I missed it. I didn't get it in time. But it was pretty good. It did look pretty good. Okay, so we have 10 items in here, and so okay. Now if I know that there's 10 items, I can use that to subtract out. So okay, if I want 0, if I do 10 minus 0, I want to get all of them. How would I use math to get this? Like 10 minus 0 means do it 10 times. Oh, remove it 10 times from here, and then on the 10th time, get this out. That could work. And then because its length is, so I just take 10 minus 1 and then do that. So whatever this is minus 1. And then, okay. So then let's see. I want to Okay, so given you, let's move up to ACC, let's say. So that's 0 we store in here. I probably need to move this down. So our 0 becomes here. I need, either we need to do the extraction here or here, depending upon if we're trying to get out. I guess we could do the, I need the number of them, the number of items that we have here. Oh, you know what else we also need to do? I need to send this 0 down too. So what I probably want to do. Ooh, so how am I gonna? Because this can't just add up because it's now waiting for this to move another one down, and that's done. And that's obviously never gonna work. So this, I don't think this is a good idea. It's just gonna deadlock. Let's see. Okay, stack I want to, okay, so for this I want to do essentially 10 minus 1 minus 0. That gives me 9. I want to pull out 9 of these down and then return the 10th one over here. That's what, okay, that's what I want to do. So we need to figure out, so if I move up left, which I'm going to need to get this back, so we need, so let's start by moving up. I don't know if I care about keeping that, right? So we move up left, so that's going to be our 0. We move this into here. We have to move right. Now I need to get the count, right? I need to figure out how many of these we're going to be grabbing. So let's just move this to the left. So our 0 now is over here. I need, you know what we should do? We should count here, and then we'll send this down once at the end. So we're gonna have to change. It's not gonna be as quite as nice anymore. Okay, so move up to ACC. Check to see if it's a 0. Let me go back to put in the end here. Just to make it a little bit easier. Okay, so move ACC to the right. Now I want to swap and then add 1. If we're ending, why don't I only, okay, so swap, add 1, and then swap again, so that way backup is still the count here, and then we'll jump back to start. Okay, so that means that ACC is this one, so an end. I want to do I want like pre-end? Maybe not. Maybe okay, so I could just do end, jump. I want to swap to get the backup in here. We're gonna move ACC down, so that's just gonna constantly move that down. I'm gonna jump relative -1. So just constant, always be moving this down. So if I were to do that, I don't need this add up anymore. What did I do? Oh, we're not on a Mac. I don't use Windows keys for stuff. Okay, so if we run this, yeah, okay, so 10 is now constantly being moved down. So perfect. So I now have the count. Nice. Stick and dip. If you end up trying it, let us know how you feel about it, because it is a fun game. It is also puzzle. It's a puzzle game, and it's not that expensive right now. Okay. Sylvie, you okay? All right, so now I want to, okay, so we get over 0 this. I want to take, I almost want to, okay, we're going to take this. We move that left, right? So that's the 0 this. I want to take the 10 and subtract. Okay, so we're going to move up to ACC. So we start with 10 every single time. That's also, I like having the label here just in case I need to do a jump, even if I don't end up using it. So we move up to ACC. I want to sub 1, so that way it becomes 9. And then I want to sub right, so that becomes 9 still. And then we're going to move ACC right. So that's how many we're going to take left. Okay, so we're going to move left to ACC. So now I have 9 in here. I want to move until it becomes 0. So move up, down, sub 1. This is going, oh, but I don't want to do this. Okay, so this is our start. And then we're going to be in our run, or our loop. We're going to move up, down, and then sub 1 from ACC. And then when we're equal to 0, we want go to end. When we're here, we want to move up right. And then we're done, right? We're absolutely done. So then I'll probably want to I need to clean up. So in cleanup, I need to move down, up. Oh, but I need to keep what this is. So move left to ACC, and then we're going to save this. So that keeps a copy and backup. Okay, we're running out of space, so we'll have to start doing space saving stuff. Okay, now loop is all about moving with the ACC, and we jump to when we're end. Okay, so when we're end, we move up and to the right, and then we can also, move up to the right. Okay, that's great. And then I want to clean. We want to move down, up, but we need to do the opposite now. So I need to swap with our backup. We just drop into clean here. This is wrong. What I probably want to do is, if it's greater than 0, go back into loop. Okay. Move up, right, swap. Now we clean up. We move down, up. We sub 1. And then if we're greater than 0, continue cleaning. But when we're done, go back to start again. And so, okay, we move up, left, then move left, down. Move up, down. Will this just work? What's the chance of a first time works? Let's find out. Hey. Oh no. Okay, we got a deadlock. Okay, so what we got, the first 2 worked just fine. All right, but what happened here? So we store all of these in here. Okay, so that gets it down. So we sub ones, this is 9. Sub right, so that's 9. Move this to the right, so that's our 9. Now right left was already okay, 0. So we figured that out. Move left to ACC. We save that, so that's in here. Then we're gonna move up down. Okay, and so we know that we get 860 correctly this time, right? So we move you to the right. So 860 then goes down. In the meantime, we are cleaning back up. So let's make sure that we clean up properly. Okay, so that was cleaned up. Sub 1. So we're done. Okay, so then we move back to right left. Right left is now 5 is the second item, so that's coming in here. We have 5. We're subbing right, so that's 4. So we move that over here. We save that. We move up, down. We're going to move 4 of them. Now we move up, right. Which is 978, but that's what we want. Okay, and that heads on out. Perfect. Okay, now we're in cleanup. So we move down, up, and we want to move 4 of them up, which we have 4 here. So that looks appropriate. Okay. And then continuing on again. Okay, so move right, left. We have 0, which is the third one here. And so we want 860 again. But I think we got this wrong, right? Yeah, so it's 9 back again. Now, is the order wrong here? Oh no, the order's wrong. Where's my 860? I lost the 860. Oh, I did not copy it out. I moved it out. Oh no. Okay. So I moved it. Oh shoot. Okay, so we're really close. When we move up right, I need to move up to ACC. And then move ACC right, move ACC back up again. That's what I need to do. So to give myself the space, we're going... Now, I never jump to start, right? So we can get rid of this label. So move up right. So move up ACC. Move ACC right. We do jump to loop, so I need that. So move ACC up, and then we swap. So that should keep it. Let's see if that works. Yeah, okay, I think this is working. All right. This is the best part about it, is watching all this stuff happen. I think this is so much better than like LeetCode or other things, because you get this nice, cool visualization of all your code moving through the system, and it is the best. Wait, what? No. 432. Huh? Why are... So index 9 failed. Huh. Index 9 failed. Okay, so let's run through until we get to index 9, and then we'll step through and try to figure out what's going on with that. I mean, oftentimes in any kind of system like this, you're going to get bugs at the two extremes, right? So it would be at the 0 or at the 9 in this one. You will literally cargo clean just so you can watch the build logs. Just something about a system automatically doing some task with nice log output. It is fun to sort of see all the things like flow down a screen. To me, this is even more fun because it's something I made. Okay, so let's go until we get you out. Okay, so our 9 is here, but we're currently working on 2. Okay, so we're clean up. And we get 2 down. I guess we get 8 down. Okay, 9's coming here, so we have to clean up first. So first of all, does the cleanup work properly? It does. Okay, good. Clean up. Okay, so move right to left. So we're going to move 9 over here. Sub right, so I want 0. So we move that to the right. We save it. We move up, down. But I don't want to move up, down. I need to check to see if it's 0 first. KJ Coster, hello. How are you doing today? You're so glad that someone is playing this on Twitch. Yeah, this is a really fun game. It's pretty old, so I can definitely see that why a lot of people wouldn't be playing it. I think that, well, I mean, there's 860 people that are following the game, which is really interesting. I sort of expected it to be a lot lower than that. But yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun. Okay, so my bug is that I'm moving up and down. Everything works as long as there's more than one. So I kind of need to have my greater than 0 check first, right? We need to check this as first. If you're greater than 0, then continue. No, if you're okay, so if you're equal to 0 already, we need to jump to the end. Oh man, this is gonna suck. Okay, so we need a little bit more space. We gain 2 lines that way. So let's, in our loop, if we are jump equal to 0 to end. Otherwise, move up, down, sub 1, and then we're going to just jump to loop. If we do that, I wonder if that fixes the bug. Let's find out. Hopefully we didn't introduce a new bug into this. I don't think that we would have. I think everything should be fine, and I think that the 9 index will work now. We're getting close. Watching those stacks is so mesmerizing. It is mesmerizing, especially since there are 2 of them, and they sort of like, oh. Did it work? It worked. Wait, no, it didn't work. The first one worked. Why did we get a deadlock? Okay, so for 9, we got 697, and that came out. That was fine. And then for 8, did it not clean up properly? It didn't clean up properly. Oh no. Okay, so because nothing was in here. So we have to do the same jump here. So if we're equal to 0, jump to, we need to jump back up to the start, don't we? Which we don't have access, so we need to jump start S. So jump equal to 0 to S. Otherwise, move down up, sub 1, and then just jump back to clean. I suppose that I could also jump relative down 4. That might also work. Let's see if this works. Zilby is totally judging us right now, or mostly me. Yes, okay, that worked. I think we're good. I think we're good. Usually what I do is we'll let the first of the test cases go in slow mode, and now we'll just go through fast mode. Yes, okay, we got it. What is that, 3 tries or so? 3 or 4 tries? Not bad.